you to stand up from your own position, so that and we'll stand and we'll respect 1 minute for him. So I will tell you the time is start now. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for your time today to attend this meeting. And just a couple of requests for your kind information. First of all, I'm taking your kind consent to record this session, and we'll keep continue maybe 1 hour and 10 minutes, maybe 5 minutes more. And first of all, once again, we are so grateful to all of you to manage your valuable time to be here. And today we'll show respect, love to Dr. MA Quassem Sir. And he was a very dynamic person, and he worked for NAAB for a long time. And he has got a lot of friends in home and abroad. He worked in Water Development Board in Bangladesh. And we'll discuss about his work, his job and we'll of course listen from his co-worker, colleagues, fellows, relations in home and abroad. So I'm not going to details all of the things. We chalked out some short program, and I will request you all the NAAB board member and everybody, maybe we do some mistakes. So we need your kind cooperation so that we can successfully complete this event. And once again, we are so grateful to you to manage your valuable time, and Deputy Ambassador and other valuable guests to join here. Okay. First of all, if you have any questions or even to say something, I will give you a chance. And of course, we'll listen one by one from all of you. And I'll kindly request you once again to be very short and specific to say something so that we can give the room to everybody. Yeah, okay. Thank you so much once again. And first of all, I would like to request Dr. MA Quassem Sir's daughter, to Korobi Quassem, and she's from UK, and I'll request Korobi to put his remarks. It's not remarks, so she will say something regarding his father. Another thing, I had some last couple of days, I was in touch with her to get some information about Quassem Sir. So I'm not going to any detail. So yeah, Korobi, now it's your turn. Yeah.
Thank you, Anwar Bhai. I mean, being his daughter, probably the best thing that has happened to me. It was a running joke in our family that Netherlands is my father's other home. So thank you so very much to NAAB for organizing today's event. And thank you so very much to Nuffic, IEB, and the Dutch Embassy in Dhaka for joining and honoring my father. So Baba is the Bengali word for father, one of the Bengali words for father. So I'm going to use actually Baba going forward. So Baba lived his life to the absolute fullest. He was an affectionate and warm person. He was always jovial, cheeky, intelligent, and hardworking, and had the biggest heart I have ever come across. All through his life, he worked really hard. he used to come home around like 10 p.m. regularly, and that was way past my bedtime of 8 o'clock. But then during the in the weekends, we played together, we did puzzles, we built Legos, and all sort of things. We would debate and discuss on topics. And then, we regularly used to host friends and families. And one of the things that was the cousins and my favorite was that he used to take us in a ride in his car. And sometimes it was like Night Rider, sometimes it would be a plane. So, all the children will be shoved into the boat, and then he would take us round, do all sort of maneuvering, which definitely won't be allowed in today's day. But I mean, we were absolutely thrilled and entertained. And that was we used to look for that, wait for that. So when I was actually growing up, I mean, I've mentioned that Netherlands was kind of my dad's second home or other home. And sometimes it became the main home because he used to travel so frequently. And the best part of that was that he used to write me letters. And the best ones were from plane. So he will be writing me about so many topics. Like I remember a particular one that was about how beautiful the sunrise is from the plane window. And, it was like in 80s. And for little me, those letters were kind of, I mean, I used to see the world through the letters. And I always hoped, and some were like really interesting ones, the ones from Greece, the ones from, different places. And you would take different topics and you'd take this opportunity to stay connected with me and also explain, things like concepts like time zone, day and night, how when it is day in Bangladesh, it is, yesterday night in Netherlands and things like that. And I mean, those were kind of brilliant for me at that age. And another thing now that I live in London, one of my, favorite memories would be like when I was 9 years old, he made it a point that, it was his vision that I need to see the world before growing up, so that he used to believe that traveling is one of the best form of education. So when I was 9, my mom and I, we came to be with him when he was studying at ISS for 3 months. And during that time, we stayed at his Dutch friend's house, and we traveled across Europe. I remember that when we actually came to London in those days, we took a ship from Hoek van Holland, and then it came here to UK. And then when we would walk through across the streets of London, my dad used to explain the British Empire and how all sort of like colonialism, British Empire and everything. And that was just simply fascinating. And I think those days helped me to become who I am today. The other aspect of my dad was that he was always or mostly involved, or he used to get involved into key movements and key protests. And I think it was Prokriti, which is these agriculturist engineers and doctors movement. I can't remember, but what I remember is that he broke his leg, right, jumping off from a second floor roof to avoid an arrest. And apparently he jumped off and then he got into a motorbike and then fled. So, it was all very adventurous. And during those times, Baba didn't used to come home because there would always be like police or military car parked outside our apartment in the Water Development Board quarter. And I used to think that, oh my gosh, he must be a hero. He must be a brave man to do whatever he was doing. The other, my childhood memories was the 1988 catastrophic flood. So around 60% of the country was then underwater. And and Baba was stationed day and night to protect the flood protection wall in Damra, which was quite key to protect I think it was the Greater Dhaka. I'm not very familiar about the technical things. All I remember was that he was stationed there day and night. And I was just so proud of him that he was doing such an important thing of to mobilizing people and to make sure that people's and lives can be saved. What else? I mean, we were incredibly close. And in my teenage, I was very rebellious. Although I know my dad is so proud of me. He gave everybody the impression that I was the golden child, which is absolutely not true. I was very rebellious. And I used to do anything that the opposite of anything I was asked to do. So, I mean, and I definitely didn't become what my Baba hoped that I would become. So he wanted me to pursue singing, and I did not like singing, and I played piano. Later on, he bought me a piano in UK, and I still have that, and I play that. He wanted me to be a very famous, a good doctor, someone who is going to run free clinic for poor people. And I did not even sit for the entrance exam to go to medicine school. I studied in Institute of Business Administration and chose a career in finance and accounting, quite opposite to being a doctor and helping people. But the thing is that, and of course football. So Abahoni and Mohammedan were the two key teams, and my dad supported Abahoni, and I always, hardcore like Mohammedan fan. So the thing is that, we were so close, but I would do things which probably will be opposite. And he would never, ever, he never pushed me, any of his, or imposed anything over me. And he was just always, always there for me, for anything and for everything. Like everybody, a person in their life has got many roles and responsibilities, right? And the one role that my Baba just excelled at was being a father. And he used to say that the best gift that any child can give to their parent is by being strong, kind, and independent. And hopefully, with the values that I have learned from him, I will be able to stay strong and independent, kind to people around me, and help the people in any way I can. And I would end my talk by conveying a huge thanks on behalf of my uncle and all my family members, because it is because of all of you, his huge network of friends and families and well-wishers, that the sense of the sense of pride of being his daughter makes the sense of loss from his absence all the more bearable. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Korobi, for your good words for Dr. Quassem, your Baba. So, okay, thank you so much. Yeah, we are running with the time. Yeah. So just all of your kind informations, maybe you can visit the chat box and you can put your reactions, your feedback there. We have a link there. Maybe you can go inside the link and put your remarks and chat box there. Yeah. So now, as you know, that's this condolence meeting is being conducted from the NAAB, Netherlands Alumni Association in Bangladesh, with the cooperation from you all. And now I will request our NAAB board member, from the NAAB, to put something for Dr. MA Quassem Sir. As you know, that's our respected board member, work with the Dr. Quassem Sir so closely. So maybe a request to put some remarks from there. Yeah, from NAAB board member. Yeah. Professor Noman or Ainul Farad Bhai, maybe please.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Anwar Bhai. I would like to express my emotion and some memory with Dr. Quassem Sir. Usually, I have a very good relationship with him, and I worked with him around 10 years for Netherlands Alumni Association in Bangladesh. In a fine morning in 2004, I first introduced with him in front of the embassy of the Philippines. In that time, me and another alumni, Iftia Jarin and Sir, we are waiting in front of the embassy for submitting the application for visa, and we are invited by the Nuffic for a meeting in Manila, Philippines. And in that time, I first introduced with Dr. Quassem Sir. and we formed this team. The team now working for NAAB in Bangladesh. This team was formed in 25th June at Manila, Philippines. I was in that team, and we are 15 in that time. And later we came back in Bangladesh, and we do work under the umbrella of Dr. Quassem Sir. And he's look our father, he's look like our uncle, and we are very close with him, not only in our professional work, but he also take care of ourselves, our child, and others. So I also did work as a general secretary with him for 2 years or more, and that's why I have a good scope to observe him and learn a lot, many things of my life from Dr. Quassem Sir. And many things, those actually helped me in my professional life also. He's a man of a very good personality, and though he is very strict in his work, sometimes it is difficult to work with him, but we learn him how to handle all of the issues, how to do work in a professional way. I would like to express my emotion with him in Bengali now, because I have a lot of memory with him. Dr. Quassem Sir, আমি আগেই বলছি যে উনি আমাদের পিতৃতুল্য ছিল। আমরা যারা তার সাথে কাজ করেছি আমরা আঙ্কেল বলতাম। তার বাসায় তারেক ভাই এখানে রয়েছে, তারেক ভাই সহ কতদিন যে তার স্যারের বাসায় আমরা খাওয়া দাওয়া করেছি, হাঁস রান্না করে খেয়েছি, কতদিন আমরা পার্টি করেছি, তার কোনো ইয়ত্তা কিন্তু এখানে নাই। এবং অনেকগুলো সম্পর্কের উপরে ছিল, এটা শুধু ন্যাব বিষয়টা এরকম না, অনেকটা পারিবারিক সম্পর্কের মতো বিষয়গুলো ছিল, আত্মীয়তার সম্পর্কের মতো একটা বিষয় ছিল। আমি দেখেছি যে ওই সময় স্যারকে, যে স্যারের জগতে আমরা খুব বেশি ব্যক্তিগত জীবনে হয়তো স্যারের সম্পর্কে আমাদের জানার সুযোগ হয় নাই, তারপরে আমরা দেখতাম স্যার সবচেয়ে বেশি ভালোবাসতেন স্যারের মেয়েকে এবং স্যারের নাতনিকে। স্যারের মেয়ে ফোন দিবে, এই ফোনটা আসার আগে উনি সব মিটিং ক্লোজ করে দিতেন। দ্য মিটিং ইজ ওভার, এটা হাফ ডান হোক আর ফুল ডান হোক, যে অবস্থায় থাকুক মিটিং ওভার, মিটিং শেষ, তোমরা সবাই চলে যাও, এখন আমার মেয়ে ফোন দিবে, আমার নাতনি কথা বলবে। মানে স্যারের ইমোশনের এই দুটো জায়গা ছিল, একটা হলো স্যারের মেয়ে আর একটা হলো স্যারের নাতনি, যেটা আমরা সবসময় ফিল করতাম স্যারের বাসায় যখনই যেতাম। এটা ভেরি ডিফিকাল্ট যে স্যার নাই, এই বিষয়টা ভাবতেই অনেক কষ্টকর একটা বিষয়। আমরা আগেই বলছি যে আসলে সম্পর্কটা এই পেশাগত সম্পর্কের থেকে অনেক বেশি উপরে চলে গেছে। তবে স্যার আমাদেরকে যে বিষয়গুলো শিখিয়েছেন, আমরা আশা করি যে সেই বিষয়গুলো নিয়েই আমরা আমাদের ন্যাপকে সুগঠিত রেখে সামনের দিকে এগিয়ে নিয়ে যাব। এবং আমরা যারা ন্যাবের সাথে সংযুক্ত ছিলাম, তাদের জীবনে স্যারের যে একটা ভূমিকা, এটা বেশ ভালোভাবে কাজ করবে, এবং স্যারের শিক্ষাগুলো এবং তার জীবন থেকে আমরা যা শিখছি সেটা একটা গভীর ছাপ আমাদের জীবনে রাখবে। স্যারের জন্য শুভকামনা রইল, সবার জন্য শুভকামনা রইল। থ্যাংক ইউ ভেরি মাচ, থ্যাংক ইউ।
Okay, thanks, Professor Noman, for your remarks. And now I'm going to the other audience, and first I'll request once again to be very specific and to see the time. Okay, may I kindly request his Utstra, Deputy Ambassador, Netherlands Embassy in Bangladesh. Hello, Utstra, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, yeah, okay, sir. Would you say something on departure of Dr. MA Quassem Sir? Yeah.
Yes. First of all, unfortunately, our ambassador couldn't be here. I would like to extend, on behalf of him and the whole team, our deepest condolences to the family of and friends of Dr. Quassem by the loss of a friend of us all. He was one of the first students to go to the Netherlands after the independence of Bangladesh, studying on water, and water which has become his greatest love, and also the love for the Netherlands. The Netherlands is water, Bangladesh is water, and Dr. Quassem embodied our bond, our friendship between our nations. We have lost in him not only a scientist, a doctor, a Director General of the Water Board, but also a friend who did his utmost to strengthen the bonds between the Netherlands and Bangladesh. Several ambassadors, embassy staff have worked very closely with him, have become friends, and have appreciated all the work he did. During his work as a Director General for the Water Board, starting the project, the Flood Action Plan and the Chart Development Plan, in which we worked together a lot and which we learned in the Netherlands as well as in Bangladesh a lot. And after his retirement, where he worked as relentlessly in increasing the amount of students and the scientific contacts between the Netherlands and Bangladesh. He was more than just what is called the ex-president of the Netherlands Alumni Association, Netherlands Bangladesh Alumni Association. He was the Netherlands Embassy Bangladesh Alumni Association, and in that he worked relentlessly in strengthening the water ties between Bangladesh and the Netherlands. And although he was retired, we all know that he still stayed a scientist and also very open and frank in his opinions, like real scientist had to do. So he was on some of our interventions, on our policies we did as an embassy or which Bangladesh did, he still kept his scientific opinion and he voiced his opinion. And in that, we see that we lose in him a person with an independent mind, an independent spirit, and someone who is dearly to us. So I wish all of us in the group to relive the fond memories we have of Dr. Quassem and strengthen ourselves in the kind words we can speak on behalf of all organizations and our own personalities on his passing away now almost a month ago. With that, I would like to again extend our deepest condolences to the family. We heard the beautiful words of his daughter Korobi, where his father has taught her that the best thing a child can do is be independent. He was also the example of being an independent mind and an independent spirit. So we mourn his loss. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Thies Oostra, Deputy Ambassador, Embassy of the Netherlands, Embassy of the Kingdom of the Netherlands, Dhaka, for your remarks. And okay, now may I request Fokard? I think Fokard worked with Dr. MA Quassem for a long time, and Fokard working in Bangladesh for the last 8 years, so far I know. So maybe you can put something for Dr. Quassem. Yeah.
Yes, of course. Good evening, friends of the Netherlands Alumni Association Bangladesh. Good evening, and of course I adhere to what my Deputy Ambassador was expressing, that the entire team of the Netherlands Embassy wish the family all the best in dealing with the sad loss of Dr. Quassem. When I was listening to Ms. Korobi, I was intrigued by the words she used, rebellious, that she was rebellious. Well, honestly, I think Dr. Quassem himself was also a little bit rebellious at times. And we experienced that firsthand when the Delta Plan was approved in 2018, because he spoke out and he was quite critical, quite rebellious to say, about the Bangladesh Delta Plan. So when everybody, the high officials from Bangladesh and Netherlands, were celebrating that the important plan was approved, he was speaking out his critical voice. But not only he was rebellious, he was also very accessible. So I could just, from the embassy, call him whenever I wanted and say, hey, Dr. Quassem, can we have a meeting? Shall we talk about it? Or please explain what you exactly mean. On occasion, when we had our annual Intergovernmental Steering Committee meeting about the collaboration between our two countries, we went on a boat trip on the Shia River. East of Dhaka. And I invited Dr. Quassem to explain about the history between our two countries, work that we've been doing since the 70s. And he was the right person to do so because he had all the projects in his mind. He could just repeat everything that has been done. He was technically very well informed, so he was the perfect person to do so. Having said that, I just met Dr. Quassem, I think last was end of February, when we had a NAAB Alumni Association meeting in our embassy gardens. I talked to him, we had a very friendly talk, and that is also how I will remember Dr. Quassem in the future. He was very friendly, he was very, sometimes rebellious or critical, but he was always very accessible and willing to talk about it. So with that, again, I express my condolences. Thank you.
Thanks, Foucault, for your good words, Dr. MA Quassem Sir. I can see Emeritus Professor MA Sattar Mondal Sir, former Vice Chancellor of Bangladesh Agricultural University. So may I kindly request Dr. MA Sattar Mondal Sir. Sir, can you hear me, sir? Sir, you are muted, sir.
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Yep.
All my apology that I have been a little bit late really in joining you. There was a problem from my end in terms of internet connectivity. It's resumed now. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I will take only a couple of minutes to show my deep respect to Dr. MA Quassem, who I knew only for a couple of years, really, personally. But in terms of professional colleague, I have heard about him for a very long time, particularly the time when he was very actively involved in that struggle by the professional organization that used to be called ProCRICI. I mean, the joint association of the engineers, then medical doctors, and then agriculturists in Bangladesh, who are then starting to get together and then mobilize people around their common demand for establishing some of their demands to be fulfilled during this late Professor Dr. President Ershad's regime. And he was a very tough negotiator. I heard about it really. And he was very solid and very straightforward in putting his argument. I came to know from my own colleagues in this agriculture and development profession that he was the one really who used to be regarded as a kind of mentor to many of these young professionals, really. And then secondly, I knew that he was well informed about his own professional expertise in the water management sector, and that brought him to the topmost position of the water planning organization, which I think he was the one who acted as the founder of that institution for quite a long time. And my personal encounter with him has been only for a few years, in this platform of this Netherlands Alumni Association, Bangladesh. And I was very impressed by his insights and keen interest to carry forward some of his ideas that how we can use this small civil society organization to enrich their understanding and act as a knowledge hub, not only in his own field, but also the broader development issues in Bangladesh. So once again, with these few words, I pay my rich tribute and homage to this great person whom we lost. And this is a loss to the country. And we would remember him forever for his contribution and dedication to the causes of development at large. So thank you very much indeed, Chandan. Chandan, I can't hear you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Professor Dr. MA Mondal sir, for your good words for Dr. MA Quassem sir. And Satan Mondal sir will come again and he will conclude our virtual meeting at the end of this meeting. Okay, I'll come to him once again later on. And now I'll request Mr. Tariq Bhai. He has developed one video, and before that, I'm showing something we have got some information from Indonesia. So I'm sharing the screen for your kind information. Maybe you can see what we have got the message from there. Yeah. So can you see the screen, sir? Hello,
yes.
Okay, I'm reading the message for you. Okay, we have got the message from Dr. Abdul Aziz Hussain. He's from Indonesia. So as he has written these words like this, we are deeply saddened by the news of our beloved long time colleagues with whom we studied together at IHE Delft in 1978 to 1979. Dr. MA Quassem Sir had passed away, and his departure is such a great loss to us. Inna lillahi wa inna ilayhi raji'un. We pray that Allah will forgive all of his sins and shortcomings and accept his good deeds and grant him a place in his Jannatul Naim. Our thoughts are with Biraj family and at the moment of grief. So long, my friends. So this is the message we have got from Abdul Aziz Hussain from Indonesia. Yeah. So now it's turn from Tariq Bhai, our board member Tariq Bhai. He has developed something to share. Yeah, Tariq Bhai, now it's your turn. Tariq Bhai. Okay, thank you.
Can you please see my screen, Anwar bhai?
Yes, we can. Yep, carry on.
Okay. Thank you.
দেখো আলোয় আলো আকাশ, দেখো আকাশ তারায় ভরা, দেখো যাওয়ার পথের পাশে ছোটে হাওয়া পাগল পারা, এত আনন্দ আয়োজন সবই বৃথা আমায় ছাড়া, ভরে থাকুক আমার মুঠো, দুই চোখে থাকুক ধারা, এলো সময় রাজার মতো, হলো কাজের হিসেব সারা। হেথা নাইকো মৃত্যু নাইকো যারা, বলে আয় রে ছুটে আয় রে তরা, হেথা নাইকো মৃত্যু নাইকো যারা।
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tariq Bhai, for your very extraordinary presentation for Dr. MA Quassem Sir. It's really very, very fantastic. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, well, we had a lot of memories. We worked with Dr. MA Quassem Sir in so many angles. We were in we worked with him very closely. So we have got a lot of memory to remember. And okay, anyway, now I'm requesting Catherine. Catherine worked with Dr. MA Quassem Sir for a long time. Maybe, yeah, maybe she will say something about Dr. MA Quassem Sir. Yeah, Catherine, now it's your turn. Yep.
Thank you very much, and good evening to all. I'm joining you from the Netherlands, and of course we are very shocked here as well to hear that we lost Dr. Quassem. I also communicated the news to Jetse Heun, who retired from IHE, who was a very close friend of Dr. Quassem, but unfortunately he couldn't join this afternoon because he has other duties. But he also would like to express his condolences. I fully agree on the observations, and it made me smile thinking about Dr. Quassem when the word rebellious was mentioned, as well as accessible. Yes, truly, he was a person that you could always go to and share the opinions and get advice. And you may not always wish to listen his advice, or you may not agree, but you would get it anyway. And I appreciate that always in the work with him. I worked with him during the formulation of the Delta Plan, though he was not part of the team directly, but indirectly there were many opportunities to be in touch. And also last September, when we had the Delta Knowledge Days, he came there and he contributed. And really, I appreciated that a lot. I remember going to, what is it called? Bistro E or E-Bistro at Gulshan 2, where he liked to take a cup of tea in the evening. And I brought a student along with me, introducing him to Dr. Quassem. And as always, he was very interested to meet the student and also advising him. And I think that will forever be carried by this student. So I do think that as we all benefited from his advice and his vast knowledge on the sector and his capacity to think along, I hope we can follow up in his spirit and be accessible, thinking along for a younger generation and for people anywhere who like to know more about the area in which we work. And I think this will enrich the understanding of many ways. I express my deep condolences to the family, the colleagues and the friends, and thank you very much for inviting me for joining today. Over to you, Anwar.
Okay, thank you, Catherine. I can see Rishima. Rishima, are you there? Rishima?
Hi. Yes.
I know, yeah, Rishima is the granddaughter of Dr. MA Quassem. Can you say something? Yep, Rishima, over to you.
Thanks. Well, I'm going to be honest. It was kind of a very, not impulsive decision per se, but definitely a very quick one made when I found out that this was going on. So thank you, everyone. Well, I haven't seen my Nana Pai in over 4 years because of COVID and other such complications. So it's definitely, like, while I'm definitely so incredibly proud of my Nana Pai and everything that he's done for me and for everyone as a whole, I do miss him, and I do regret that I didn't get to see him for as long as I did. But he was incredible. I think everyone already knows that. He is definitely part of the reason why me and my ma are who we are and where we are today. He was so incredibly supportive, and I have so many memories of him helping me do things, or just sitting there and ensuring that, you know, I can talk to him about anything. We would sing, we would watch movies together, and above all, he would, well, my mom already said that he had a love for traveling, and he would share those memories with me as well. But yeah, sorry, I haven't really prepared anything, so I'm just ad-libbing it right now, but thank you, everyone. I think I'll just end it here.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much, Rishima, for your remarks, for your Nana Bhai. Yeah. Okay. As you know, that's Dr. MA Quassem Sir was an engineer, and he was in touch with the Engineering Institute of Bangladesh. So now I'd like to request Mr. Hassan Mustafid Chaudhry, retired additional chief engineer, PWDB. Sir, are you here?
Yes, I'm hearing you, all the people.
Okay, sir, would you please put
Is
your
it my
remarks?
turn?
Say yes, sir. This is your turn, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, today's chair, distinguished guests from Netherlands and different countries, and His Highness, the Ambassador of Kingdom of Netherlands and the Deputy Ambassador of Kingdom of Netherlands, organizers of NAAB. Good evening in the discussion of remembrance of Dr. Abul Qasim. You already have known about me. I was in Bangladesh Water Development Board, where Dr. Qasim Sir was chief engineer till his transfer to the WARPO. And there I worked with him, not directly with him, but in Water Board under his umbrella for long 20 years. And I used to call him not Sir, but Qasim Bhai, because he told me, don't call me Sir, I am your brother. Then call me Qasim Bhai. That's why till the last day I met him before his death, I called him Qasim Bhai. Just I want to tell him many things about his activities, which I saw with my with my service in Water Development Board, in Institute of Engineers Bangladesh, and around Dr. Qasim. Just I heard about him in 1970 when I was a student of BUET, Bangladesh University of Engineering Technology, where I was studying engineering. And then in 1977, there was a movement of the professionals of Bangladesh, like engineers, doctors, and agriculturists, and many other professionals. And then he was the leader. And that movement, it was so intense, it was so immense that the government, the then government of President Ziaur Rahman was forced to call the movement leaders under the leadership of Dr. Qasim to his office and talk to him. And President Zia just asked him, what do you want from us, from the administration, from me? He then told President Ziaur Rahman, we want to break the myth of CSPs who are administering the countries, who are not allowing the professionals to put their effort, to put their merit in the development of the country. And Ziaur Rahman really took this matter seriously, and many of our demands were met in that meeting. And after passing from the BUET, I joined BWDB. I will say that is my luck. And there after 3 or 4 months, I met Qasim Bhai, engineer Abul Qasim, where I was introduced as his disciple. And I saw him, he was then executive engineer in the Delta Plan office. Delta Plan, now you are hearing about Delta Plan 2100. Actually, this Delta Plan now, which you are hearing about, was formulated in his office, formulated by him. Delta Plan, some of the policies which are introduced in this Delta Plan 2100 was put by him in his plan during his office in Delta Plan in 1984, 85, 86. And after that, probably in 86, Delta Plan office was abolished. And then he was transferred to another office. It's called LRP, Land Reclamation Project, where he put his contribution in the reclamation of land in our seashore areas, and he gave many engineering solutions in this regard, in how can we act, how the engineers should work in reclaiming the lands and in just increasing the area of Bangladesh towards the south of Bangladesh. And from there, Karobi already mentioned about his effort in fighting the flood of 1988 when he was executive engineer of ONM Division 1 of Dhaka, which was the main division of Dhaka to control the flood and other water resources calamities. And I saw him, he's fighting and he's directing his staffs day and night. And just he was waiting in the office till the morning to guide his people, to guide his staffs, to save the DND embankment from being breached, so that thousands of people are not inundated with Didan floods. And I saw him, he's a leader. He's not only a engineer, he's a leader there. He worked as leader there. And after that, he was promoted to superintending engineer in Dhaka Circle. And he worked, he put and he contributed his all professional experience in his position when he was superintending engineer, and he was promoted to chief engineer as and then he was transferred to Warpo as Director General. And this is his just what I am elaborating, his just area of service in Water Development Board, but in Engineers Institution of Bangladesh, which Karobi mentioned that he broke his leg. It was in 1985 when another movement broke out again, when Eshad was president, and I saw his leadership. The police was looking for him to arrest him, and he was just on the run. And in Buet, we were in a meeting where police came and was looking for him, and he jumped off from the second story of the Yukshu Bhavan and ran away. Because if he is arrested, what we feel and what he feels, that the movement may not go further. And that's why we told him to just flee the place. And he fled and broke his leg. However, the movement was stopped after a few days, after running for a few days. And after, as Dr. Sattar Mandal Sir mentioned that in Warpo, he was the founder. Yes, he was the founder. And Warpo is a body which formulates policy for water resource use. And he was the man who formulated the policies, the main policies, how to use the water resources of Bangladesh. Now, maybe some new policies, some new regulations has come into effect, but he was the man who did the basement work, the pavement work, not basement, the pavement work for the policy of water resource planning of Bangladesh. And after his retirement, he joined Water Resources Council, which is the apex body of the water related resource related organization of Bangladesh, headed by Minister of Water Resource. He was the member, and he was the member of the first Water Resource Council, where what I heard from the minister, that he is the man who put valuable contribution in formulating the Resource Council's policy in regards to water resource policy of Bangladesh. After that, his tenure is over in Water Resource Council, he became the chairman of Disaster Management Bureau. And you see, his government is the government who made him this chairman of that Disaster Management Bureau, where he worked and put effort to make the Management Bureau fruitful. And I think the people who worked with him there found that he is not only an engineer, and he can be a manager of disaster like situation. And I think they learned many things from him. And not only in his professional activities, he was engaged. He was General Secretary of World Peace Council, which is called Vishwa Shanti Parishad, who gave the Julio Curie Award to Bangabandhu. He was General Secretary there, and he worked till his death for the World Peace Council. And I think he is the founder, convener or chairman of NAAB, this association which has arranged for this discussion, NAAB, NAAB. And I don't know many things about NAAB. And he was active member of Govt alumni. He used to attend the alumni reunion every year, and he participated there with all the alumni, and he used to put all his effort to make the alumni reunion fruitful. He was active member of EAED, Engineers and Architects for Environment and Development. Even maybe 13 days before his death, EAED arranged a ceremony to celebrate the last day of Bengali year, the Chaitra Sankranti, and he attended there. But I was bad lucky that I could not go there, and I did not see Quassem Bhai before his death. It will be I cannot forgive me for that act that I didn't participate and could not meet him. One thing, not only he was a professional leader, he was a political leader. During his student life, he was a leader of Bangladesh East Pakistan Student Union, now the Bangladesh Student Union, the Chhatra Union. He was leader there, and we heard that engineer Siraj Sikdar was General Secretary, the president. And at his Namaz-e Janaza in IB, we found Communist Party leaders from different organizations. They came and joined the Janaza, and the video movie that was shown by Mr. Tariq Mahmood was from that Janaza And not only you are the Bengali.
Sir, may I
Bengali.
request to be a bit short, sir? Thank you, sir. We have to give a chance to others. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I am grateful to NAAB for arranging such a discussion for his remembrance. Thank you all. Good night.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much for your remarks today. Well, we are running with the time, so we would like to chance the opportunity to others to say something, and once again I'll request you all to be very short and specific to put your remarks. Number one. Number two, you can visit our chat box. Maybe in the chat box we can put your remarks, your reaction, your feedback. Well, Dr. Quassem Sir worked very professionally and he coordinated well with the Nuffic and the Dutch embassy in Bangladesh and also government of Bangladesh. So we have got some condolence message from. May I kindly request to mute if you. Okay, fine. Well, we have got the some video clip from the Nuffic, Mr. Mathis Landsmeer and the country program manager Nuffic and the Birgiti Vos, regional manager OKP. So I am now showing, presenting their videos, and they are unable to join this meeting. Okay.
Dear family and friends of Dr. Quassem, it is with great sadness that I learned about the passing away of Dr. Quassem. A visit to Bangladesh was not complete if we wouldn't meet. I cherish good memories of my visits to Bangladesh and when I was invited to his home. In the hallway there was a picture of IHE Delft, where he graduated from in the late 70s. He was a proud man.
And he had reasons to be proud. In the past decades, he acted as a connector between the two countries. Every year, he organized the Netherlands-Bangladesh Friendship Day. He mobilized alumni when my colleagues and I would visit Bangladesh, planning activities in detail. He received respect from all the people around him, including from me and my colleagues at Nuffic.
Talking about the NAAB automatically leads to Dr. Quassem. He felt responsible for the NAAB until the end. We will always cherish the memories of him and his endless support to the mission of Nuffic and the relations between Bangladesh and the Netherlands. We trust that the remaining board members and all the alumni will be able to follow in his footsteps and use his legacy to let the NAAB thrive.
So, yeah, this is a video we have got from the Nuffic. Well, আমি দেখেছিলাম ডক্টর এম এ কাশেম স্যারের ভাই এখানে জয়েন করেছেন। স্যার আপনি কি আছেন? ডক্টর এম এ কাশেম স্যারের ভাই স্যার আপনি কি আছেন? Okay, maybe উনি আবার জয়েন করলে I will invite him to NAAB, Netherlands Alumni Association in Bangladesh. I hope you will enjoy this.
This is one of the video clip for Dr. MA Quassem Sir. Our love and respect for him. Yeah, he was born in 2nd January in 1945 and he passed away on 15th April 2023. And this video clip is developed and prepared from Netherlands Alumni Association in Bangladesh. Yeah, this is a photo of our Honorable Dr. MA Quassem Sir. Yeah. Well, Dr. MA Quassem Sir breathed his last on 15th April 2023 in Lillahi wa ilayhi raji'un. He was a freedom fighter and the government of Bangladesh gave him the Guard of Honor before he was laid to rest. He was a veteran water expert and worked as a senior officials in Water Development Board Bangladesh. He was a great leader and put his effort as a successful technical water expert in Bangladesh. He served as the president of NAAB for a long time and we highly appreciate his contribution and direction to successfully organize different events in home and abroad under his dynamic leadership. and he well coordinated the Nuffic Dutch Embassy and Government of Bangladesh and successfully organized different programs and activities. We are deeply shocked and saddened with the demise of Dr. MA Quassem Sir, and he was an unparalleled character and extraordinary in his enthusiasm to move forward the NAAB beyond, and which is not possible to fill up his gap. We respect and love him and pray for his departed soul, and may Allah grant him Jannatul Ferdous. This is the photo of Dr. MA Quassem Sir. Yeah. So as you see the Dr. MA Quassem Sir timeline, he was born in 2nd January 1945 in the Munshiganj district, Dhaka. And he passed his matriculation in February 1959 from the Pogos School, Dhaka. And he passed intermediate examination from Dhaka College in 1961 March. And he completed BSc Engineering in Buyat, Bangladesh University of Engineering Technology in 1966, and started working for East Pakistan Water Development Board and then Bangladesh Water Development Board. Yeah, in 1979 September, he completed post-graduation diploma in hydraulic engineering, ilayhi, Delft, and he also completed another post-graduation diploma in rural policy and project planning with distinction ISS Hague. In 2000 July, he completed the PhD degree, Doctor of Philosophy Management from Burlington University, Alabama. He retired as a Director General of Bangladesh Water Resource Planning Organization in 2002. In 18 June 2022, he got the lifetime membership and achievements award from Institute of Engineering Bangladesh, and in 15th April 2023 he left us forever at the age of 78, and he survived by one daughter, 2 grandchildren, and countless family member, friends, well-wisher in home and abroad. Yeah. Some more affiliation with Dr. MA Quassem Sir with different organization is a member. He became the member of the Governing Council of Bangladesh Water Development Board, BWDB, and he became the member of Honored General Secretary and Vice President for Institute Engineering Bangladesh, IEB, and he became the Chairman National Disaster Management Advisory Committee of Government of Bangladesh. He became the President Netherlands Alumni Association of Bangladesh, and he became the member of the governing body of Polli Kormo Sahayak Foundation, PKSF, and he became the member of Bangladesh National Water Resource Council. Yeah, this is his photo. Yeah, well, this is some more affiliation. He was a member of American Society of Civil Engineering, ISCE, Bangladesh Peace Council, and he also membered the Engineering, Architect and Environment and Development. He was a Buyat alumni and Bangladesh Prokurshuli Porishad, and he also member of Bangladesh Communist Party and the East Pakistan Student Union. Yeah, this is some other photos. In the photo, we can see our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina giving him award, and you can also see Dr. Quassem Sir's daughter Korobi, and I'm so grateful to Korobi because she gave me these interesting photos and information. So, madam, because from me also on behalf of Netherlands Alumni Association. Yeah, another photo we can see Dr. MA Quassem Sir showing something information from the book to his daughter. Yeah, so this is another photo. In the first photo we can see Dr. Quassem Sir family. Probably this is his father and mother and their other sisters and brother, and his and other photo we can see some interesting moment when he studied in abroad, and it's some of his residence with his relatives. Yeah, this photo is very interesting to me because you can see some his grandchildren in the photos, and probably as I understand today is we can see one of his granddaughter is here, Rishima. I don't know, Korobi, are we sure? Yeah, okay. So these are other photos from when you studied in abroad. Yeah. So this is the photos of Dr. MA Quassem Sir at the different age. Yeah, some other photos you can see the Dr. MA Quassem Sir and Dr. Arif. We have lost these two gentlemen and they worked hard for NAAB. We lost Dr. Arif 2022 and President Quassem Sir this year 2023. Yeah. So in the photo we can see that we are celebrating birthday for. I'm so grateful to Dr. Quassem Sir. I remember one of my birthday. We had a meeting at his residence. I told him, sir, I have to go because my family member are waiting for me because today is my birthday. And then he immediately bought a cake for me and he celebrated the birthday. So I'm so grateful to him. Another photo we can see that's at the residence of Dutch ambassador at the Netherlands Bangladesh Friendship Day. And these are the other photo during the meeting with Dr. Quassem Sir at his residence. Another photo we can see Dr. Quassem Sir at the embassy this year, and then the photo of our President, Dr. MA Quassem Sir, handing over one of the crests to Honorable Vice Chancellor to Sher-e-Bangla Agriculture University. Yeah, another photo with the ambassador and other colleagues. So in this photo, just I let you one thing. Just in the 2014, we had a program with the Philippine Netherlands Development Program. In that program, Dr. Quassem Sir came to me to play one of the favorites. So he is Dr. Quassem Sir. He gave me some direction, and so how to play the thing. So I remember these things very precisely that on that day. So many memories with him. So definitely we'll miss Dr. Quassem Sir, and of course we'll remember him and we'll miss him. Yeah. So thank you so much. Thank you.
So thank you so much for your time. Yeah, okay. Now the floor is open, and I would like to request Professor Dr. M. Sattar Sir. He will conclude the session, and maybe we can go next 10 to 12 or 30 minutes. So maybe may I kindly request you to raise your hand, so maybe you can put your remarks in a very short. We'll finish in next 13 or 14 minutes. Yeah, thank you, sir. Maybe you can raise your hands and you can say something very shortly. Thank you, sir. Yeah. From anyone, you want to say something?
Yeah. Right. Are there any contribution?
Okay. I would like to say something.
Yeah, please be precise and
okay,
so that you can manage.
Sure, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sattar Sir, and also thank you, Anwar Bhai. I actually would like to say something about Dr. Quassem Sir, because I think that I am the most junior in this section to work with Quassem Sir for a short period of time. I came into NAAB with the hand of Professor Dr. Nouman Farooq Sir, who actually introduced me with Dr. Quassem Sir for a purpose of our program that we have completed in last September, hopefully. At that time, I actually worked with Quassem Sir for every purpose of that program. And at that time, I come to know much about Quassem Sir. And I was a young person or a very small age, but he is much more older than me. But all the time, the affection, the love, the care, and the responsibility that he gave to me, and he also put out that activity from me with his software that always feel me honored, and always he called me by my names that always feel me so special, that young person, aged person who is very senior, always doing me with affection, that actually helped me to work comfortably. So I actually like to recall all his memory. And another thing that I would like to mention, that Quassem Sir, at the last of his life, I never had seen such a person of his age is so energetic and so passionate to work with different professional organization. And the thing that I come to learn from his life, that he always loved people and always tried to connect it with people. He actually always tried to be with the people and do work with the people. So that of his learning will be a great motivation for my life also. I wish he will be in rest in peace. for rest of our life. Thank you, and thank you all.
Yeah, thank you for your kind words. Any other contribution?
Sure.
Yeah, okay.
Assalamualaikum. Good evening, everyone, and thank you, Netherlands Alumni Association Bangladesh, to organizing this condolence meeting. Actually, Quassem Sir, we lost him, and everybody mentioned, which is very right. And actually, he's a very complete person, including as a family man, as a professional, as a freedom fighter, and as a network members. I met with him back in 2005 when the first Netherlands Alumni Association meeting held with under his supervision. And after that, now and then we met with him, and he uttered my name in such a way that's really very closer to me. So I really thankful to NAAB, and we lost him. It was a great loss. He was the board member of PKSF. He was the leader of many institutions. So it was a great loss. So may Allah grant him Jannat. That's my wish. Thank you.
Right. Who else is coming now? We can accommodate couple of more if there are any.
Will I?
Yes.
Yes, there is someone. Could you raise? Could you name, please?
Okay, go ahead.
Can I go?
Yes,
can I
please.
say a couple of words? Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Mandal. I think I think we have said we have given a befitting tribute to our past president, Dr. Mandal. I don't know whether it is appropriate forum now, but we need to create a future occasion where we need to also look ahead and look forward to continuing the association, because my experience in the past was that only during the tenure of Dr. Quassem that the Netherlands Alumni Association in Bangladesh has experienced a sustained and a very productive period of time. And in order to ensure continuity of his legacy, we need to find appropriate leadership replacement, as well as a program of work to lead ourselves in the future. With due respect to all of you, I'd like to conclude here. Thanks.
Excellent. Thank you very much indeed. Is there any other?
Yes, I want to say a few words, if you allow me, please.
Please, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. I'm MD Ashraf Ali Khan. I will just share a few words. Actually, a few days ago, just before a few days ago of his death, he came to my office, and we had I spent a few hours together for preparing a development program, actually a training course. Actually, he wanted to deliver a training course for our staff, and we finalized it, and it was supposed to start from July 2nd, upcoming July 2nd, for a week. And when I got the news of his departure, it was just more than shock for me. The way he called me was just like a call from the deep part of someone's heart. I just pray for his soul for his eternal peace in the rest of his life after death. Thank you very much.
Good. Very nice. Thank you very much. If there isn't any more contribution, then I would like to come to an end of this session. But
Yes,
is there any other expression?
I think time is over, sir. So you can conclude, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Excellent. Excellent. So thank you very much indeed. All of you, I show my own respect. Yeah, is there anything?
Yes, the brother of Dr. Quassem Sir is joined with us.
Okay.
I would like
Okay.
to request, sir, if you want to share something.
Then, very welcome, very welcome. But please, please ask him to join and speak out.
He is just connecting. I'm seeing in the screen. He's just connecting by his mobile phone, but his audio is not connected till now.
Yes, there is connection problem, so maybe cannot.
Okay.
And now he's okay.
Is it resumed?
আঙ্কেল আপনি শুনতে পাচ্ছেন? আঙ্কেল আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আঙ্কেল আপনি শুনতে পাচ্ছেন? ডক্টর এম এ কাশেম স্যার ভাই আসসালামু আলাইকুম। আঙ্কেল আপনি শুনতে পাচ্ছেন? আচ্ছা মেবি Korobi, can you just talk to him so that we can invite him to put his remarks? Okay, thank you. Korobi, just you connect with uncle. Okay, thank you.
No, his audio is not connected. Maybe some problem. Thank you.
Okay. If it doesn't work, then I would suggest him to put his kind words in the chat box if he likes. We'd be very happy to record that in our proceeding.
Right.
Okay. So let me then give you my own respect and then thanks to all of you who have kindly managed to spare some time and join in this condolence meeting. And I admire the Netherlands Alumni Association Bangladesh for organizing this condolence meeting in such a befitting manner. I have learned a lot about him, and I am overwhelmed by the diverse range of kind words about Dr. Quassem's contributions to his own profession and to the broader dimension of social, economic, and technical development pursuits in Bangladesh, and not only in Bangladesh, and some of his engagements at the global level is also very commendable. And I would only like to mention that from all the good comments from you, it demonstrates that these are the expected good qualities of a good human being as well. And that's a very rare kind of human qualities and resource in the present day world. So I would urge upon you to carry forward his dreams and whatever we have been able to learn from his own engagements and works and our associations, conversation, and contacts in different walks of life. If possible, I would ask NAAB to put a kind of content proceedings of these condolence meeting to the NAAB website in a precise and precise manner. That will be a kind of perpetual kind of asset for us. And with these kind words, once again, I convey on behalf of all of you and from myself, our condolence message to the members of his bereaved family that Dr. Quassem has left behind. And may Allah grant him the eternal peace. So with this word, I take this privilege and honor to conclude this session. Thank you very much once again.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words for Dr. MA Quassem Sir. Within next 2 minutes or 3 minutes, we'll conclude the session. And before that, I would like to request Dr. MA Quassem Sir, Dr. Quassem Sir, bhai apni ki achen? Maybe we lost him once again. Anyway, we can take just 2 remarks. If you like anybody, any burning issue to share, 1 minute, in 1 minute, maybe you can raise your hand and you can put, yeah. Otherwise, we'll conclude. Okay, I think, first of all, thank you so much for your valuable time today. And we'd like to thank to everybody, including the Deputy Ambassador Thies Woodstra, and for your valuable time. As Dr. Sattar Sir was telling, that he advised to make a proceedings of this virtual meeting today. We'll do that, and we'll share the things with everybody. And we would like to conclude in this way. Sir, Dr. MA Quassem Sir, আমরা আপনাকে ভালোবাসি, শ্রদ্ধা করি, এবং আমরা আপনার সাথে কাজ করেছি অনেক দিন, এবং আপনাকে আমরা সবসময় স্মরণ করি। আমরা আল্লাহর কাছে দোয়া করি স্যারকে যেন আল্লাহ জান্নাতবাসী করেন, এবং স্যার যেখানে থাকেন না কেন, ওনার প্রতি আমাদের অনেক শ্রদ্ধা, অনেক ভালোবাসা থাকলো। And once again, I'd like to conclude this way. Thank you so much for your valuable time, and you see you sometime later on. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I would like to request the board members to stay here for 5 minutes. Only the board members of Netherlands Alumni Association, and also the Korebi Apo, if you have time.
Okay, we can leave now, I think.
Yes, Tahir.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
may I beg leave from
Thanks.
you?
I think it's a very well-organized meeting. I would like to thank the organizers for having organized such a successful, a wonderful meeting.
Thank you,
makes
sir.
us feel
Thank you,
very
sir.
good. Thank
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Sattar Mandal Sir, for the valuable time, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I beg leave.
Anwar bhai, can we stop the recording now?
Yes, please stop the recording. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank you.
yes.